Welcome to Age Fashion Hub. My name is Abisola. We celebrate with our Muslim brothers and sisters, fathers and mothers that Happy Eid Mubarak, in which I pray that we're going to celebrate more of it on health. Then to our subscriber ourselves, we say a very big thank you for subscribing to our channel. Should in case if you are new to our channel, please remember to subscribe and like. Thank you. Today's class. For today, what we're going to do is I'm going to do a recap on what I've taught you so far on Age Fashion Hub. Today, I'm going to remind you guys on the different type of style that I've covered concerning the video that I've been dropping so far. We can remember that we call different type of styles starting from shirts down to different type of blouses, then skirts. We have a suspender dress also. We have a jacket in which I also cut. We cut a trouser shift dress after dressing and so on. But today I'm going to go back to it, but like little by little. So I would like to refer you all to go and watch the videos that I've made on the classes that I've done so far. But today, from all the old classes, I'll just pick that little and little out of it so that I can go back again and explain how those styles are being cut. So for now, I'm going to start by making an illustration on how to cut an half length with peplum. That is a peplum jacket, so which include the half length and the peplum. So firstly, we all know that before the cutting of any clothes, the measurements that I want to use have to be present with how to cut this jacket. You can see that we have, this is the half length at the top and this is for the peplum. But before the cutting, the first of all is we are going to fold this paper, and this paper that we use, we are going to fold it into four. Then after the folding, you start to input the back measurement, the length of half length that you are going to use. Then to achieve this peplum, you are going to make use of your waist to calculate this peplum to cut. You can see the type of peplum is a full frame peplum. So in that case, if your waist is 28, just have to divide that 28 into 4. So anything after get divided into 4, then you divide again. So that means you are dividing your 28 by 8 also. But first we first have to divide into 4. After division, the number that I get, we're going to divide again into 4 places. Then examine the calculation that you got. We're going to fold the paper in a round form like this. Then try to get your measurements upward. Then plot the rest of the length on the down part. Then after that, you can see this is how you are going to join it. So we make use of needle and thread to join it because we cannot make use of meshing or hair is going to turn. So this is how it's going to come out. So that's how for the half length with the peplum top. So we go to the next one where we are going to talk about blouse. You can remember, if you are able to watch my video very well, go to Age Network channel. There you see different videos I made on how to cut different type of blouses. So but if you want to cut out the blouse, the basic measurement needed out the back, we need the back, we need the sleeve, the bust, the length for the blouse, the shape that we're going to use for the measurement of the blouse. So those are the measurements that we needed if we want to cut out the blouse. It can be of any size, it can be of any form, but the measurement that we are going to use is what I mentioned earlier. So when you are drafting or you want to cut out your blouse, you have to fold your paper into 4. Then you start from your back measurement. Then from the back, you go down to measure for the armpit. Then after the armpit, on the armpit line is where you are going to place your staple to measure for the bust. Then you go down to measure for the shape, then the length for the blouse that you want to cut. After the whole plotting, then you go for the type of neck. If you want a round neck, you go for the neck. Then if you want a V-neck, you can go for the V-neck. So if you want to cut any blouse now, be it any style, the basic measurement that you need is just the back. Your armpits have to be there, the bust, the sleeve that you want to use, the length. It depends on the length of the sleeve that you want. If it is short sleeve, long sleeve, or three-quarter sleeve, you are going to apply the measurement on the sleeve length. So that's all for on how to cut a blouse. So if you want more information on how to cut a blouse, you can go to Age Network directly and watch the videos on how to cut a blouse. Now we go to how to cut a skirt. We all know we have different type of skirts. We have pencil skirts, then we have straight skirts. Everything still falls on that skirt. So in the process of skirt cutting, the measurements that we'll need is we have the skirt length, the length at which you want your skirt to reach, then the waist have to be present, the hip also have to be present. That's all that we need for skirt cutting. Then you have to fold your paper into four like this. After the folding into four, you start by plotting for the waist measurement. That means you are going to put zip if you are making use of not stretchy material, or if you are making use of stretchy material, then there is no need for you to put zip. Just have to start with the waist directly. Then the hips also, you are going to measure it after the hips have been divided into four. So you place your measurement on the hip. Then after the hips, you go for the length of the skirt. Then if you want the skirt to have a shape, you measure from the waist down to your knee. So you can reduce the knee length. Maybe for the hips line, you make use of 38 inches for the hips. So after dividing it by 4 and you get a total of 9 inches, you can come down to the knee line. For example, just remove 1 inches. So that means you are making use of 8 inches for the knee line for you to bring out the shape of the knee or the preferred shape that you want. So if you want to cut a skirt of any type or of any style, those are the basic measurements that you needed in the cutting process. And the way to fold the paper, just have to fold it into four, the normal and the usual way in which we used to fold our clothes. So on that skirt aspect, if you want more knowledge or more information on it, you can go to the YouTube channel, the Age Network YouTube channel. You can search for skirt under it, the procedure always on how to cut a skirt. Then the video will pop up for you. Then you are good to go to view the videos. So we move on to the next. So then the next one that we're going to do now is illustration on how to cut a trouser. Yes, illustration on how to cut a trouser. We all know that we have different type of trouser. We have pencil trouser, we have straight trouser, then we have piggy trouser. So the measurement that we'll need for the cutting of the trouser net have to be there. We have the waist, that means maybe you are using zip. Then the hips have to be present, the crotch also have to be present. We have the trouser hips to knee have to be present, the knee have to be present, the laps also, measurement for the laps have to be present, then the measurement for the ankle have to be present. Those are the basic measurements that you need for the cutting of a trouser. Then when you are trying to cut, you just have to fold the paper into two first for the front line that you want to cut your trouser. Then one cutting for the front aspect, there's no need for you to have a sewing allowance to it. If your waist is 28, after dividing by 4, you make a total of 7 inches. That is the same you are going to place on it. After the waist, you go for the hips. Then after your hips, you measure for the crotch line. So under your crotch line, that is where you place your tape for the measurement of your laps. Then you measure from the waistline and down to the knee line. You measure from your knee. From your knee, you plot your round knee for you to be able to give the trouser shape. Then after that, you can measure for the trouser length, and on the length of the trouser mouth, you can give it also a shape if you are going for fitted trouser, or if you are going for a trouser that is not fitted, that you just want it straight, you can just reduce the inches from the laps to the knee. You can read like 2 inches down to the mouth of the trouser. So if you want more explanation or more ways on how to go about cutting of trouser, you can as well check on the YouTube on Age Network it will bring out for you. Just type procedures on how to cut a short or how to cut a trouser. It's going to bring it out for you, so you can be able to watch the video so that you can be able to understand the procedures needed. Now we move on to how to cut a suspender dress. We all know what a suspender means. Some people used to call it pinafore. That is the old language. But what we used to call it now, we call it a suspender dress. So it's like when you are cutting for a short gown, but the difference is that the styles that will use it to cut is going to be different. So if you are cutting for a suspender dress, it depends on the style that you want to cut. But the major measurements that you need for different type of suspender is that the length that you want the suspender to reach have to be present. The hip also have to be present. Then if you want to give it a shape, you have to have your knee also. Then the waist as well have to be present. The bust, the back have to be present, with the half length have to be present. So for the first aspect thing that you need to do is just have to fold your paper into 4. After the folding, go ahead to plot for the back, from the back to the armpits, to the half length, to the shape that you want. Then after your shape, you can plot for the hips, the knee to give it a shape at the knee of the leg, then the length of the suspender that you want. After the whole plotting, those are the basic measurements that you need if you want to cut a suspender dress. So if you want more information about this, on how I cut this out for me to be able to achieve this style at the center of the suspender, and how I cut the side also of the suspender, and how I got a shape like this at the down part of the E, you can also check on the Age Network YouTube channel and type how to cut a suspender. It's going to bring the videos for you, in which you'll be able to watch it very well, so that you can be able to understand how the suspender cutting is being achieved. So if you have any question based on this, you can, it's easy that you can easily reach us on our website. You can drop your questions on the comment section, or you can see a number at the line of the video being dropped on the YouTube. So that's how to cut a suspender. Now we'll move on to the final aspects on how to cut a crop top. You all know what a crop top means. It's a kind of top that will always stay at the waist of a person. So in order to achieve this crop top, also it's the basic measurements that we need. So the length at which you want your crop top to reach, the back, then the shape and the bust have to be present. So what you just need, just fold your paper into 4 places like this, plot for the back, then followed by the armpit. Then on the armpit line, you take your bust measurement, then your shape also, then the length of the top that you want to make use of the crop top. Then after the cutting, you can decide to give it different type of style based on the style of the crop top that you are cutting. So if you want more explanation on this, or you want to watch the video so that you can be able to understand the process better, you can check on our YouTube line. Or if you want any inquiry, you can contact us directly with the number being dropped on the YouTube under the video aspect. So we've come to the end of today's recap session, in which I was able to explain to you guys on how to cut different type of style on the class that I've heard so far. So considering the little recap that I did, if you want a full explanation concerning all those videos, it's a thing that you can just go to our official YouTube channel, that is the Age YouTube channel. Just click on it. After the clicking, then you can go to type the type of style that you want to watch, where you can be able to understand how the different styles are being cut, how they are being sewn, and how it's going to look like after the sewing of the clothes. So feel free to contact us if you have any questions based on the video. I swear we have a free training that is going on Age Fashion Hub. So it's a kind of privilege for people around Sangotaya to be able to join. Or if you want to join online also, you can also contact us. Then we're able to add you up on our online class so that you can be able to watch different videos on what we are making. Thank you very much for watching this video. So we've come to the end of today's class. If you are new to our channel, kindly like and subscribe. See you next. Once again, I would like to wish our Muslim brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, happy early Mubarak, Adi Eid al-Fitr. So we pray that the one coming will meet us alive and healthy. So bye bye. Thank you for watching our channel.